Hi, everyone. Welcome again to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
And I'm Wesley.
Let's take a look at our next article here on May 20th. It's called Getting into the Right Mindset.
我们的中文标题是信念的力量，成长型思维模式。
Before we explain mindset, I'll read through the whole article, which will give an excellent example of that. And it goes as follows. As the founder of a company called Mindset Works, Eduardo Briceño has a lot to say about fixed versus growth mindsets. In a talk entitled The Power of Belief, Briceño breaks down how our mindset, the way in which we approach problems, sets us up for failure or success. What exactly are these two mindsets? A fixed mindset is the belief that one's ability, whether it is intelligence, athleticism, or social interaction, is fixed. Comments such as, Sarah is a natural athlete, or Nick just isn't one for math, are examples of a fixed mindset. Those with a growth mindset, on the other hand, accept that all qualities and strengths can be developed. In fact, this mindset is necessary for continuous success, as research has shown. In one particular study, two groups of students were given problems to solve. Though both succeeded in the task, one group was praised for their ability. "You're so smart." And one was complimented on their effort. "You worked so hard." For the next task, the children were given the choice of working on an easy or difficult puzzle. Those that had received fixed mindset praise opted for the easier, while the group praised for their hard work decided to challenge themselves. Furthermore, in subsequent testing, students offered growth mindset encouragement steadily excelled, while the other group slowly fell behind, even though they had performed well in the first test. In addition, when asked, the fixed mindset group lied about their scores when they did poorly. Briceño notes that everyone has a fixed mindset about something, but that it is possible to adopt a growth mindset. One way is to listen for that inner voice that says, "I can't do it." And when you hear that, add "yet" to the end of that thought. Okay, let's go back now, and we'll be rereading each sentence one by one right through and explaining the meaning in English and in Chinese. As the founder of a company called Mindset Works, Eduardo Briceño has a lot to say about fixed versus growth mindsets. So our first sentence orients us as to what we will be talking about. There's a company called Mindset Works, and Eduardo Briceño is the boss. And if you ask him, he will tell you a lot about two concepts. One is fixed mindset, and the other is the opposite. That's why we use versus here. That is called growth mindset.
好，所以呢，这个 as 这个 the founder of a company 这个他是一个公司的创办人，公司称为什么呢 ？called Mindset Works 这个公司那作为这家公司的创办人，那这个 Briceño 他 has a lot to say about 当我们说英文里面说某人 has a lot to say about something， 那意思通常表示怎么样？这个 he's very familiar with this topic 或者 he knows a lot about this topic， 但是不一定表示他的理解都是对的就并没有说他讲的都很棒很棒，只是说你问他的话，他可以跟你讲很多就这个意思。那他呢，这个 Briceño 非常懂这个 fixed 就是固定型的 versus 就是相对于 growth 成长型的这种 mindset 其实是一种思维模式或者有时候我们可以翻成心态。
In a talk entitled The Power of Belief, Briceño breaks down how our mindset, the way in which we approach problems, sets us up for failure or success. He has a lot to say about mindsets, and he even goes around talking on the title, and the talk actually has a title, so we say in a talk entitled The Power of Belief, Bresenio breaks down. He explains bit by bit, piece by piece, stage by stage, how our mindset, and here is the definition of mindset, the way in which we approach problems. How does our mind deal with problems when they arise? This mindset that we have sets us up for failure or success. We may approach problems with fear, with doubt, and then we will probably fail. If we approach them with confidence and honesty, we might be able to solve them.
好，所以呢，在一个 talk 一个演讲entitled 这个演讲的标题是 The Power of Belief， 就是信念的力量。在这个演讲里面呢，它 breaks down 就是这个一条一条的分析就是 analyze 或者 explain bit by bit， 它缓缓的分析，它一条一条的分析我们的 mindset 是如何的 sets us up for failure or success。 好，这个 set someone up这个片语呢，通常就是 to do something that makes it likely 或者 possible for someone to get, do or experience something所以类似我们讲的这个，它会决定，它会影响所以它告诉我们说，我们的心态是如何的会影响failure 失败还是 success 成功那中间这里它有一个插入句the way in which we approach problems， 这个是用一对逗点放在 mindset 的后面，表示这是解释这个 mindset。 所以什么叫做 mindset， 什么叫做思维模式，什么叫做心态呢？就是我们 approach， 我们接触，我们面对一个问题的时候的方式，这就是我们的 mindset。 所以他分析了一下，他分析我们的思维模式是如何的会容易失败，或者让我们容易成功。
All right, our second paragraph begins with this sentence. What exactly are these two mindsets? So we did give a definition above, but we feel that you need more information to make it clear.
Yeah, what exactly are 就是到底是什么呢？那 these two mindsets 这两种思维模式到底是什么东西呢？
A fixed mindset is the belief that one's ability, whether it is intelligence, athleticism, or social interaction, is fixed. We all have abilities, some more than others. So some people are very intelligent, but they may not be able to get along well with people. Some people who can do just about any sport you can imagine may be shy and uncomfortable around people. Very few people are blessed with everything at a high level of ability. Now, if you have a fixed mindset, you think, I can't do this kind of sport, so I can't do any sports, and I never will. That is a fixed and, of course, negative mindset.
好，所以呢 a fixed mindset 一个固定型的这个思维模式呢表示什么东西呢？就是 is the belief that 就是他相信一个人的能力不管这是 intelligence， 不管这个能力是智力还是 athleticism， 就是在这里就是指运动能力，不管是智力还是运动能力，还是 social interaction， 就是社交互动的能力。固定型的心态的人，他相信一个人他的智力、运动能力、社交能力都是 fixed， 都是固定的。
Comments such as, Sarah is a natural athlete, or Nick just isn't one for math, are examples of a fixed mindset. So, if you want examples of a fixed mindset, Sarah is a natural athlete, and so we believe that she can do anything, any kind of sport well. If you're not one for something, that means you're not good at it, or you dislike it, or you don't want even to try doing it. That's also a fixed and, again, negative mindset.
所以 comments 就是一些评论、一些说法。例如什么的评论说法呢？例如你说 Sarah is a natural athlete， 就是她是个天生的运动员所以她做什么运动都那么厉害，这很正常的。 好，那像这样的说法，或者是你说相反的，你说 Nick just isn't one for math， 就是 Nick 他实在不是数学的料啊，像这种都是 fixed mindset， 因为你就定下来啊，这个人啊，他本来就很会这一方面的啊，他本来就不行这一方面的事情，那这些都是 examples of a fixed mindset。Those
with a growth mindset, on the other hand, so we are now looking at the opposite. One was fixed and the other is growth. They who have a growth mindset accept that all qualities and strengths can be developed. You can work on your weaknesses and improve yourself. If you're already very intelligent, you can become more intelligent and maybe not just about one area of knowledge, about another area of knowledge. You can add more information or a deeper understanding if you are open to it. That means you have not a fixed mindset, but the growth mindset.
那相对的 those with a growth mindset 啊，那些有成长型思维模式的人呢 on the other hand 相对而言，另外一方面相对而言，他们会 accept， 他们会接受 that all qualities 所有的特色特性呢，还有 strengths 还有所有的优点长处都可以被发展出来 can be developed。 好，所以不是说他天生就适合做什么，那成长型的认为说天生固然是一回事，但是呢后来你要的话，只要你方法对了，然后有正确的心态，你还是一样可以发展培养某一方面的能力。
In fact, this mindset, we're talking about the growth mindset, is necessary. You have to have it for continuous success. Not, I got 100 on this one test, now I can relax. If you want to continue to get high scores on tests or have good athletic ability and so on, research has shown that the growth mindset is necessary. You have to have a growth mindset in order to keep improving.
好，但事实上呢，这种就是 this mindset， 就是 the growth mindset is necessary， 是必要的。对于什么来讲是必要的呢？ is necessary for continuous success， 对于持续的成功是必要的。那 continuous 这个字就是 continuing without interruption。 好，那另外有一个字呢，这个我们常常搞不清楚，事实上有的 native speakers 也搞不太清楚，就是 continuous 跟 continual 这两个字的差别啊。continual 是 C-O-N-T-I-N-U-A-L， 那 continual 也是持续的，但是它跟 continuous 有一个很大的差别，就是 continuous 是 continuing without interruption， 但是 continual 是有可能会有 interruption 啊，所以你说 continuous rain 啊，那就是持续不断的一直下雨，但是 continual rain 就是可能下一下啊，也许停一下子，然后继续又下，然后又停一下，就继续又下。好，那这两个的区别呢，其实我个人的记法给各位参考一下。各位只要记得那 continual 它最后是 AL 嘛， L 好像一个墙一样挡住了，它会停的。那 continuous 没有 L 啊，所以就没停，它就继续下去了。那 continual 它是持续的，可是它中间可能会有间断啊。那你这样子的话，这两个字你就永远分得清清楚楚的。那在这里 continuous success 那就是表示持续的成功啊，中间没有停的，它一个成功之后继续又下一个又成功的这样子。
Okay, so we just mentioned research.Now we continue with the next paragraph. In one particular study, now we're going to take an example of that research for you. 2 groups of students were given problems to solve. Right now we don't care about how many there were or how old they were, just 2 sets or groups of students.
好，所以在一个特别有这么一个 study 叫做 in one particular study. 好 2 groups of students 有2群学生were given problems to solve. 这2群学生都得到了必须要解决的问题。Were given problems to solve. 这可能是数学的问题，也许 problem 也可以是个 mathematical problem 啊。但在这里我们看到这里为止还不确定是什么样的问题。但总之他们实验给他们这2群人问题要解决。
Though both succeeded in the task, the 2 groups, each group was successful. One group was praised for their ability.You're so smart. And one was complimented on their effort. So the first group, people said, wow, you're really good at something. You have ability. You're so smart. And the other one was complimented or praised on their effort. You worked so hard, showing that people were pleased with how hard they worked.
好，所以虽然呢 both 就是 both groups， 虽然两群学生呢都 succeeded in the task， 都成功的完成了这个任务啊 succeed in something。 好，他们成功两组都成功的完成任务了，但是其中一组呢 was praised for their ability。 好，是 for 表示原因啊，其中一组因为他们就是为了他们的能力而得到的赞扬，也就是说这其中一组啊，大家就称赞他们，你们的能力很棒啊。那这时候说的是 You're so smart 啊，你非常聪明。那另外一组呢 was complimented on their effort。 compliment 是赞美的意思。好，所以一组被赞美能力很好，另外一组呢被赞美啊 on their effort 是赞许他们的努力。那这里各位要注意那个介系词不一样啊，前面那个是 to be praised for something， 然后呢后面你用 compliment 的话就是 to be complimented on something 啊，注意这介系词不一样。所以一组是被赞扬能力很好，另外一组被赞扬啊他们非常努力啊。那怎么样赞扬他们很努力呢？例如你可以说 You worked so hard， 哇你们好努力哦。
Okay, now remember the two groups of students were given problems to solve. We just told you the results or the condition of the first task or problem. Let's continue. For the next task, for the next problem, the children were given the choice of working on an easy or difficult puzzle. Remember, they were both successful, but they were praised or complimented differently. And now, okay, your second problem or your second task is, do you want it to be easy or do you want it to be difficult?
那第二个任务因为他们是 given problems to solve， 所以第一个问题解决了。那下一个任务 next task， 那这些小孩呢were given the choice of if somebody is given the choice of 就是他可以人家让他选就对了人家让他们选。所以在这里呢这些小孩别人让他们选你要么就是 working on an easy puzzle 要么就是解决一个很简单的这个谜puzzle， 或者是你要处理一个 difficult puzzle 让你去选，就是换句话说下面这个任务你要选简单的呢还是要选难的。
Those, that means the group of students that had received fixed mindset praise opted for, they chose the easier puzzle, while the group praised for their hard work decided to challenge themselves. They said, no, let's do the difficult one.
好，所以 those 就是 those students 或者对那些学生，就是他们如果得到的是 had received 是 fixed mindset fixed mindset praise， 他们如果得到的是那种固定型思维的赞美，这一群学生呢他们就会 opted for 就是 they chose， 他们就选那个比较简单的那一个别人说你好聪明哦他们就那我来选简单一点的那另外the group praised for their hard work 另外一组被称赞说你们好努力的这一组呢他们决定要 challenge themselves， 他们要决定好那我们继续我们要挑战我们自己。
Continuing, furthermore, in addition, moreover, besides, in subsequent testing, now there are several problems or tasks or tests for them. In follow-up tests, students offered growth mindset encouragement steadily excelled. When they were told, you worked so hard, or maybe, this was better than we expected, or something like that, these groups steadily excelled. Time after time, they got better and better. While the other group, the ones who were praised for their ability, they slowly fell behind. They got worse and worse, little by little, even though they had performed well the first time in the first test.
好，此外呢 furthermore, in subsequent testing, subsequent 就是后来的following in time or order. 在后来的测试里面呢 students offered 就是 students who are offered 或者 who were offered 被提供很多 growth mindset encouragement 这种成长型思维模式的这种鼓励的这种学生呢，他们 steadily excelled 这个 steadily 就是 in a steady manner 他们很稳定的excelled 就是 to do or be better than 的意思啊，所以他们不断的这个得到优胜啊，不断的这个有很好的成就，很好的表现。While 相对的 the other group 另外一个 group 就是被别人用这种固定型的这种称赞啊，固定型思维模式的称赞，说啊你很棒哦，你好棒，好聪明哦。这一些学生呢，他们反而 slowly 慢慢的 fell behind 就是落后。Even though they had performed well， 虽然说他们 performed well 就表现很好，虽然他们表现非常好 in the first test， 在第一个测试里面他们表现很好，但是后来因为他们得到的是这个固定型的这种鼓励啊，换句话他们有了固定型的这种思考模式，所以他们慢慢就落后了。
In addition, furthermore, when asked,The fixed mindset group lied about their scores when they did poorly. This shows that they slowly fell behind more and more. They got worse and worse.
In addition, 此外when asked 就是当被问到的时候，这个 asked 是被动的。当他们被问到的时候呢，这个固定型思维模式的这一群学生呢 lied about their scores， 他们会对他们的成绩撒谎啊，因为他们觉得说我这么聪明，分数没有考得很好啊，那觉得很丢脸，他们就撒谎了啊。那 when they did poorly， 他们考得不好，做得不好的时候呢，别人问他们，他们会这个撒谎说啊，其实我就把他们成绩自己把它垫高了。
Okay, we'll finish up here the last short paragraph. Briseno notes that everyone has a fixed mindset about something, but that it is possible to adopt a growth mindset. Most of us have areas or types of activity or types of study or work that we avoid. We feel, oh, I could never do that. And remember, that's a fixed mindset. However, it is possible. People can change. If they adopt a growth mindset, they might say something like, well, I don't think I can do it, but I'll try. I'll give it a try.
Yeah. 所以这个 Briseno 他 notes that notes 就是这个 indicates 或者 remarks 他提到他说呢 everyone has a fixed mindset about something 每一个人都有那种固定型的思维模式，关于某个事情他有固定型的思维模式，但是呢 it is possible 是有可能让他去 adopt 采取一个 growth mindset。One
way is to listen. One way to adopt a growth mindset, to change yourself from a fixed mindset, is to listen for that inner voice that says, I can't do it. And when you hear that, add yet to the end of that thought. So you would then tell yourself, I can't do it yet, but I will try.
所以 one way 就是 one way to adopt a growth mindset。你要有这个成长型的思维模式的一个方法，就是要 listen for that inner voice。这个地方我们来看到说，为什么不是 listen to 呢？后来发现因为 listen to 后面加的是来源，you listen to somebody。但是 listen for 是你仔细去听，你要等的是什么东西，你要去当这东西出现的时候，你要注意的意思。所以当你听到一个 inner voice， 一个内在的声音说 I can't do it， 我没有办法做。当你听到这个声音的时候，所以是 listen for 这个声音。这个时候呢when you hear that， 你注意要听这个声音。当你听到的时候呢，你要加上 yet to the end of that thought。所以你内在可能有个声音说，哎呀，这个我不行但是你后面要加个 yet。不过I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to do my best anyway. 这样子的话，你就会有一个 growth mindset.
You can do it too.
Yep.
That's it for today's lesson. Please join us here on IV English whenever you want to learn some more English and have a good time doing it. Till the next